Whenever I game, I stream.
All right, so now it is Id's turn. Um, and the id will place ideas. Okay, so now the id doesn't have enough ideas. So when he doesn't have enough ideas, he needs to have two. He's going to recall ideas. So if the id has fewer than two ideas available, if the target column, yada. Okay. Um, I still have to draw though, right? Because it doesn't matter. I have to draw and then make that determination. Yeah, because the way that they explain this is like reveal the meeting card, check to see if it has two ideas. If it doesn't, it's like they didn't tell. The sequence is you draw the card first. I mean, which is kind of weird. Why wouldn't the sequence be check to see if it has two ideas minimum? If it has two ideas, I mean, I guess that's part of the design. There's probably a reasoning behind this, but like I said, some things just seems counterintuitive. Why wouldn't we check to see if it has two ideas before we draw? Because then drawing that does what? Does nothing. Um, anyway, I'll follow the instruction though, but it just seems counterintuitive because it's not going to be able to do anything even though we draw that. But there might be some reason behind it, but I'm just going to do it. So we're at the point where if it has fewer than two ideas, this is after revealing the meeting table card. The id will recall ideas instead. Okay, so this is the first time we're recalling ideas with id. Let's see what he does. If the id has fewer than two ideas available, or if the targeted column on the meeting table card has no vacant idea space, it performs the following steps to recall its ideas. The id counts the different idea spaces on the meeting table where it has at least one idea. Okay, so in this case, two. Then it gains coffee equal to the number it counted. Okay, so he has two spaces where he has ideas. Okay, this one and this one. So, oh, does he get? Hold on though. Does he get the bright idea back when he uses a bright idea? Because we get that back at the end of the turn. Actually, we get this back when we use a bright idea. So I forgot to move it back here. We get that back, but for it, does he get that back? So that will change things if that's the case. Um, If it has fewer than two ideas, it places a bright idea for each missing idea. If it has fewer than two ideas and or bright ideas, the eat will recall ideas instead. But where's the part about reclaiming the bright idea? Because if that's the case, then he will still have two bright idea, but two ideas. I just need to be able to. Why is it not addressed here? Yeah, they don't address it here. So I guess maybe the assumption is it works the same way with id as with the player. Because with the player, when you use a bright idea, hey. I mean, yeah, this manual rule book is definitely leaves a lot to be desired here. I mean, you have to address these things. Because I never have this kind of trouble when, say, granted, this game is more complex, but I never had this kind of trouble whenever I tried learning a fantasy flight. Yeah, I mean, like with Eldritch, Eldritch Horror, for example, that game is kind of complicated. I didn't have this issue learning from that rule book. I mean, they need to be better actually with some of these rule books. Because this is like there's so many gaps and there's stuff that they need to clarify. You know, it's just crazy. Okay, so I guess the question here, I mean, this has to be addressed, so let me check. Okay, I think you lose bright ideas after you use it. Okay, there's a section that talks about bright ideas. Let me read it. Bright ideas have many uses, such as substituting for your own ideas on a meeting table, modifying your inkpot movement, or boosting location effects. Whenever you gain a bright idea, take one, place it near your player board in a personal supply. You may have any number of bright ideas. After using one, return it to the general supply. So that's why it gets removed after. So I guess it's the same thing with the id. So these actually are gone now from the game, from play until you get them again. So okay, so I guess all that came from the id just running out of ideas. Okay, fine. So now, since he doesn't have enough ideas, he's going to recall. So he gets 2 coffee because you have 2 spaces there with ideas. Return the ideas to supply and then claims a recall bonus. See below. Okay, cool. So let's take care of that. So he gets all 3 ideas back. Because it occupied 2 spaces, he gets 2 coffee. Whenever he gets 4, he immediately transforms that into 1 heart box. We know that. Okay, and then the id prefers to claim a district bonus. If it has an unlocked player color insight, it meets the condition. He doesn't. The id takes an unlocked player color insight from its idea supply area and places it on a number above the selected slot. Okay, so if he doesn't have that, then what does he do? What is his recall bonus then? Because it seems like they're saying the only thing that it does for a recall bonus is claim a district bonus. In the district with the id's Professor and Freud, the id selects the highest value vacant bonus slot where the id has location tags matching the district equal to or exceeding the bonus's number. If it's tied, the id selects district with its professor. The id takes an unlocked player color insight from its idea supply area and places it on top of the number above the selected slot. Then it places the topmost token from its district onto the slot and triggers the slot's effects. The id claims a location bonus if it's not able to claim a district bonus. Example, it does not have any available player color insight or enough location tags. And he doesn't right now so far. Okay. Because he still has to reveal a bunch of tiles. It claims the highest vacant location bonus from the if tied. Okay, places topmost district token. Um, but he doesn't have any tags on it. He doesn't have any location tags right now. I'm trying to understand this. It has 2 green tags, which is not enough to claim a green district bonus. So it claims the location bonus. Oh, the highest vacant bonus in the location with the its professor is in the middle, whereas the highest at Freud's is at the top. Therefore, the it claims the one from Freud's location. But, okay, so he's here, and Freud is here. This is the location bonus. This is the district bonus. He definitely, this is the district bonus. He definitely doesn't have, and he doesn't have any location tags right now. So that means that he gets to claim the district bonus. But how do you determine which is the best bonus for him? Oh, it's like just sequential, I think, because it says the highest vacant bonus in the location with its professor is in the middle because the first one has already been claimed. So it's sequential from top to bottom. Okay. So that means that he will get this one. So it's a draw. So I think if it's a tie, he chooses his location. If the id uses a token showing a reputation point to claim a bonus, so which is the first one, since he actually gets to claim the first one, so it is a reputation token, so he does get that reputation effect then, right? Whenever you gain that. Is that a reputation trigger or is that a reputation whatever? So many terminologies in this game. So the two type of reputation, gaining reputation, or that's a reputation gain, versus triggering. So triggering has the lightning, gaining is the metal. So then what? It's been an hour. Okay, it was earlier. So we will be advancing Freud by 1. That's interesting. Okay. All right. That's fine. Hold on. Okay, so which one do we choose though? Oh, because it's the same, I think we choose his location. I think that's the case. Yeah, if tied, the it selects a location with its professor. Highest vacant. When they say highest, it's just like I said, the sequence. It's not highest in value. So he is going to claim this one over here, and then we'll check to see what that translates for him. So he's going to grab this, and we're going to place it here, but let me see how that translates for him. Oh, that translates into 2 coffee. So, okay, cool. So that icon translates into him getting 2 coffee. So he's gonna claim this here, okay, and then he gets 2 coffee, 1, 2, and then he also gets the reputation. He gains 1 reputation, so that means that Freud moves by 1. Okay. Let's see how that works with reputation. Yeah, there's just a lot in this game. It'll be smoother, hopefully, for game number 2. But like I said, this is a learning playthrough. Advanced Freud's reputation marker 1 space. So Freud is going to move 1 space here. Advance your reputation marker by 1 space. If space is occupied, place it on top of the others in this space. If your marker is already on the 9th space, do not advance it to the 10th. Instead, immediately, yeah, that's like at the end. So he's gonna move. He's the blue player, so he's gonna move to here. Each time you or Freud's marker crosses an icon, specific icon, advance Freud on the city map once without triggering any location effects. Okay, so what is that icon? Where is it at? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, he crosses it. So Freud is actually going to move also on the map. Gaining reputation does not trigger the reputation track. See below. Yeah, there's a difference there. Gaining reputation is just triggering a reputation where you get the bonus on top. But since we move past that, so Freud is going to move clockwise to this location. Okay. That's it. Anything else he gets to do this round? Oh, he also gets to treat his patient, because he does have a heart-shaped box. And that's the only way that he can treat patients is with the heart-shaped box. That's interesting. That's going to be slow. But like I said, it seems like he's doing better than me. So point-wise, I'm leading though. But I guess that's not going to last very long. At the end of every turn, yeah, we're already done with the recall bonus. It's all done. So at the end of every turn, the id uses its heart-shaped boxes to produce therapy points and apply them to its clients. If the id has 1 client, it uses as many heart-shaped boxes as possible to apply therapy points. So is it like 1 point equals 1 therapy point though? How many? Maybe there's a conversion here. Maybe. I said maybe. Let's see. If the id has 1 client, it uses as many heart-shaped boxes as possible to apply therapy points to the clients. It has 2. It uses as many both clients as evenly as possible. Use the arrow once to determine which client to begin with, and then applies 1 therapy point to each. If the id applies therapy points to its clients, immediately resolve any effects as victory points, reaching catharsis or curing a client. Whenever a client of the ids reaches catharsis, place the topmost overlay tile corresponding to a column onto the client card because his bonus is different. Okay. It just seems kind of slow. If does 1 heart-shaped box equals like 1 therapy point? Yeah, it does. Because I remember wanting to have that so we can... So well, I guess as long as he keeps gaining a lot of coffee... I guess that's the way that he's going to be able to do this, you know? But we'll see, because it just seemingly slow right now for him. So, but maybe there's a reason for that. What was it that I wanted to check on? There was something I wanted to check on. I totally forgot what it was. There was something I wanted to check on. I don't remember. Okay, so he has one. We're going to start because it's pointing to the right. No, he doesn't have a patient to the right, so he doesn't get to choose. So there's only one patient. So this goes down by one because he has one heart-shaped box. Okay. Yeah, seemingly slow, right? But we'll see. Oh, that was what I wanted to check. There's also this weird rule where if he's already at 3 on the coffee marker, I remember reading that. There's this weird thing when if he lands on a 3 with the coffee marker. Let me see if I can find it, because I think this part is important. Okay, right here. Where is that? Okay, strong coffee variant. No, not that. One coffee, so try coffee. Okay. Whenever its coffee marker reaches 4, it immediately uses 4 coffee to gain 1 heart-shaped box. If the id would gain a heart-shaped box but its marker is already on the 3 space, it scores 2 victory points instead, as indicated on the office board. As indicated on the office board. Where is it indicated on the office board? You are on crack. I don't see it. And then, of course, they don't even show you where it is on the office board that indicated that. So it's just saying that if it just happens to be on this spot, and he would have gained a heart-shaped box, because I guess he's too close. I guess it's just a way to make it so that he doesn't get 2, thus gaining heart-shaped boxes like too quickly. Is that why that rule is there? It's just seemingly strange. And then I don't see where. There's nowhere actually here on the office board where it shows anything to do with victory points, coffee equaling victory points, or victory point anything at all. I don't. What do they mean by that? It's not there. Unless they're talking about this is not the office. Office is right here. This is the office. Okay, right here. So heart-shaped box equals 2 points. But that's for us too. That's for everybody, right? So I guess it's saying that if you, yeah, I think they're doing that so that when the coffee moves up, it just happens to be at 3, then they want him to get, or they want it to get victory points instead of the coffee, instead of the heart-shaped box, which is, oh, so that, yeah, so just so that he doesn't get too many, I think is, but why? I mean, it seems like he's moving slow, but like I said, okay, let's not question that design because it's probably something that we will just have to experience for ourselves. So that's the only thing I can say, I guess. But he's done. Okay, so now it's my turn. That's like what, turn number 3. Okay, we're learning. So this is slow because we're learning. Okay, so this round I want to cure the patient because I have enough now. So for my turn here, I'm going to cure the patient by using the latent dream. So I do have 1 or 2 minor passion insight and then 1 median um, freedom. So if I use that, I get 2 therapy points. So 1, 2, and then I get the benefit here of 2 therapy point, which we just use, and then I have to decipher the icons here. Bottom right hand corner, there's 2 small icons to see what they mean, so we can resolve the effect shown. Okay. Gain a research card. Very nice. So I think these are the research cards. I get to choose 1, I believe. So let me. This is the first time that I've gained a research card. Let me just read that portion. Make sure. I think you pick 1, and then it gets replaced, if I am not mistaken. Gaining research card. Each time you gain a research card, draw the top. Oh no, you draw the topmost card from the research deck and add it to your hand. Then you may swap any single research card from your hand. Oh, any. With the either the 2 face-up research cards, and I think they do that so they can do the color matching to gain the treaties. So I'm gonna draw this, but it doesn't matter, I guess, at this point. But what does that mean? There's also, oh, you get to play the research card. Okay, so I just gained the research card, and I'll just place it down there. And then the latent dream also says that I get to activate it. So I gain it and activate it. So let me go ahead and do that. Oh, and I forgot to replace, because there's supposed to be 4 up here. I forgot to replace the manifest card there. Okay. Playing research card. To play a research card from your hand, you must trigger an effect with this icon. You may not freely play cards, so that's why that card actually gives you both. When you play a research card, choose 1 of your hand and place it face up in front of you. Okay, so I guess when we play it, I guess I'll place it here, okay? The card is now considered in play. Then trigger any effect shown at the bottom of the card. The location tags on in-play research card are considered ongoing effects and add to your overall count of tags. But that's, location tag is the thing for the bonuses here. But here, it says that I gain 1 heart-shaped box. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. Okay. Now, I can then use one of my heart-shaped blocks to move this here. So I was able to cure this patient. So I get 10 points? Are you serious? I'm like, that's, yeah. That's a lot. Let me see. Is this right? I think when you cure the patient, you do get the points, the victory points. Uh, When the client's therapy marker reaches the leftmost space, the client is considered cured. Score the in-game victory points shown in the client's card, then move it from the office to your play area. So I guess we get, like I said, we're going to consider this area here our play area, so I'm going to leave this here because the effect there is going to stay. So, so that patient is cured and I gain 10 points. So I'm way ahead of the id here, seems like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then now I have to choose another client. I think because we're still early in the game, I'm going to choose another routine client. Because this guy, well, let's see. And we're trying to stack the purple district though also, if we can. But it doesn't matter. Oh, well, that's purple. No, that's brown. I guess brown. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because none of them are purple, unfortunately. So I'll grab this guy because at least we have the matching symbols that we can use to generate a minor insight there. So I'm gonna grab this guy. I think that's how you choose a client, right? That you don't grab a new one, whatever, whoever's available. From the display, okay, and place it in the vacant office room. Okay. So I'm going to choose this guy here. If I can pick him up. Okay. So I'm gonna choose this guy. He has 6 therapy points that's needed to cure him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gain another victory point. And we got to replace this with a new client. Dang, girl. I like how she's crossing her arms there. So, and then this is her grief layer. Make sure it's just one. Okay. And then now we get to choose the I'm gonna draw the latent dream, and then the manifest. Oh, the problem is the manifest we can't match. So maybe I should have picked someone else. Because if they have, yeah, I should have picked this guy. I guess it's not too late for me to do it. Yeah, I mean, it's like the same anyway. I'm going to choose this guy instead. I mean, everything else is the same. And since we're just learning, I'm going to choose that guy because then I can select this manifest dream. Because this manifest dream actually matches his icon. So when that happens, we get a whenever, I think that happens whenever you use the cards effect, right? The matching icon thing. Let me see here. I think it's only when you use the cards effect during therapy. So So the learning this game is requires some work. Okay. Where is that matching icon? Meeting table action, recall ideas. Where is this? Okay. Matching dream and grief layer icons. Some manifest dreams have an icon in the upper right hand corner. If the client's manifest dream and grief layer have a matching icon, gain one heart shaped box when you use the dreams effects to treat the client. So only when that happens. So, okay, cool. So we have to remember that. All right, so that's the end of my turn. It seems like we were able to accomplish quite a bit that round, or that turn. So now it's Id's turn. Let me just grab the. I mean, I can just use this, but I'm still learning, so I don't want to miss anything here until I get a good grasp of what's going on. Okay, so he's gonna place ideas now because he has 4. So we're gonna grab his card here, his meeting table card. Okay, now he's going to go for this one. Oh, but I already have an icon there. I already have my idea there. I think it doesn't matter if. Let me see. If possible, the id places 2 ideas in a vacant space within the target column. Its first preference is to place them onto the target idea space if it is vacant. Otherwise, it follows the target column's arrow to find the first vacant idea space. Okay, so if you've already taken it, he's going to go with the next one. And I think the reason why this is so that he doesn't claim he has to use, because yeah, this is very curious, because I think usually if you're not playing against the id, you can just stack up ideas on top. You can share ideas with other players. I believe it doesn't matter, but I guess it matters for the id, and this is probably because of to balance out the id. Let me just check, because I'm just, this is out of curiosity. Some of these things, like, I'm just trying to understand the game, you know, how it works mechanically, you know. Placing idea. You may place 1 or 2 ideas of you must you may not point tails towards an action that is already being pointed to by your other ideas. Okay, so you can't claim it if you already have an idea that's already claiming it. That's fine. Where is it where it says, okay, the tails of other players' ideas do not prevent you from using an action space. More than one player may point ideas at the same action space. So that you cannot occupy the same idea slot, but you can point towards the same idea. Okay. All right, but with the id, where's this card? Okay, so this time he wants this one, but he can't have that, and then it goes downwards. So the second slot is also occupied, so he's gonna take this one. So he's gonna use 2 ideas to take that one. Okay. So, and then he's gonna move 4 ink pots. Okay. And then what does he get with this one? Let me see. Every time he's supposed to get an insight, he gains coffee. Yep. any minor, major insights, he gains a coffee. So let me just make sure. So he gains 3 coffee there. See, I mean, yeah, now he's that's quite a bit. Oh, but that only translates into 1 heart-shaped box there. See, I mean, that's why I said it's kind of slow for the id. Gains 1 coffee instead of transferring or elevating, generating a minor insight, triggering location effect, or failing to play a research card because it lacks 1 to play. Okay, so he gains 3 coffee here. So, because he's supposed to get 1 of each. So, 1, 2, and then he's going to use that to get 1, 3. Okay. And then after that, he gets to advance the ink pot. So he gets to move it 4 slots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then whenever he gets here, he gets to repeat. Okay, yeah. He gets to repeat 4. He doesn't trigger this though, but he gets to repeat 4. But okay, so 1, and then he gets 1 bright idea. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So he still doesn't activate that. Okay, which is cool. Okay, so now he's in this spot. He's supposed to generate 1 insight here, 1 minor insight. Again, he gets coffee for that instead of generating the insight. And then he gets to trigger that particular row, but there's only 1 action there. So, and that is to move Freud. So it moves Freud figure up to 1 to 3 spaces, choosing the location that will trigger the most effects, either by counting figures or tags. If there's a tie, the it advances Freud to the first tied location clockwise. After moving Freud, the id triggers the locations effects, resulting in the id gaining 1 coffee per effect triggered. Triggers the locations effects. What are the location effects? Only if he has a tag though, right? I mean, I think, okay, because I think we've done this earlier. Like during the first or second turn for id. Location effects. I think that requires a, maybe I've already made a mistake, but maybe location effects also meaning, no, I think this is only for recalling ideas, this space here, that he was able to claim earlier. Yeah, location bonus. Location effects are these. Oh. Yeah, so I think I probably already missed something earlier with id, because I think location effects, you count. No, hold on. How does that work? After you move your professor of Freud to a new space, you may trigger the location effects up to 5 times depending on the conditions. To determine the number of times you may trigger the location effects, choose one of the following options: count figures or count tags. The 5 icons below. So, if that's the case, then um, he should have gotten an additional coffee earlier. Because, like, where was he earlier? I think he was able to move Freud. I think we move him once here. I think because we were saying, 1, 2, 3. It's still gonna be him one. Um, but the location effects. How does that work with id though? Oh yeah, it just says after moving Freud, the id triggers location effects resulting in id gaining one coffee per triggered effect. So that's basically it. So this is easy to adjust. So the mistake actually is not going to impact this result. I'm just going to give id the one coffee that he's owed. So he actually gets 2 coffee. So that means that he actually gets one more. Okay, that's interesting. But then Earl, it would have been. We'll just we'll just do this. Um, one. Okay, hold on. Okay, he's here, right? And then with one. So he would have. We would have used the one earlier. So move this back by one, and then move this up by one. Okay, that fixed the error because he would have gotten an additional earlier, the additional heart-shaped box, and it would have moved this back by one because at the end of his turn he would have used that heart-shaped box to fix his client, to cure his client. Okay, so we fixed that. All right, cool. What else? What else is he doing this turn? After advancing the ink spot. Yeah, and that's all that he gets to. Yeah. When does he reveal these tiles though? Seems like I'm missing something. Oh, I think he reveals the tiles when he if he gets to select the top stuff too. Okay, all right, that's fine. I think that's how it works with revealing tiles. Oh, and he also gets did I already I already did, right? I already gave him the coffee for that. I think I did. Did I? Let me double check. Okay, I already took I already gave him his coffee. Gain 1 coffee. Then from left to right, it triggers the effect of each notebook tile and unlock inside space in the row. I don't think we... Okay, so because we've never landed here, we've only landed at the top. Okay, that's fine. Because he gets to flip the cards too, seems like. Okay. So then from left to right, it triggers the effect of each active notebook and unlock inside space in a row. Unlock inside space. What do they mean by that? Um, so when the id flips its third tile in a row, it immediately unlock the player color inside in the given row or column. Okay. So was I supposed to, hold on. Does he get that earlier because he, fascinating. Yeah, this rulebook is no good. It unlocks a column in its player board. If there are multiple unlocked columns, it triggers the column with the most notebook tiles flipped to the active side. If there's a tie, it selects the rightmost tied column. Then from top to bottom, the it triggers the effects of each active notebook tile and unlocked in um, if it's unlocked. Okay. And to unlock that, you need to have all three columns. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got it. It's unlocked, not unlocked. It's unlocked, not unlock. So, triggers the effects edition and unlocks site insights. But okay, same thing here. Then it flips the leftmost inactive notebook. Okay. So in this case, so after that effect has been resolved, he also unlocks the next one here. So next time this gets activated too. All right, cool. And then he's gonna use his heart-shaped box to treat clients. In this case, now he gets to remove the grief layer. And I think for it, there's something that happens when that happens. Oh, let me see. Whenever a client or IDS reaches catharsis, place. We have to change the effect of it, the active effect for that client. Place the topmost overlay tile from the corresponding column onto the client card. Okay. So he gets to remove this. When he removes that, he gets the effects though, right? He gets the bonus for removing the grief layer. See, I mean, stuff like that. They need to reinforce it. Just as with player turn, removing the grief layer also provides the id with the bonus or whatever you wanna. Yeah, they need to do something like that because it's like we're just making assumptions at this point. They're not telling you anything. They need to reiterate the fact that. I mean, unless they don't want id to get this bonus, but I have a feeling that they do. I just don't understand why they're not specifying it. Okay, let me look at the example. Maybe it's in the example. The id has two heart-shaped boxes as determined by the compass arrow The id applies its first therapy point. The client left then applies the other therapy to the right client, reaching catharsis. After removing the grief layer, scoring the victory points and resolving the effects. Okay, so that does happen. The id places the topmost case study client overlay tile on the card. See, I mean, why wasn't that just explained? Why is that in the example instead of the instruction? You know, it makes no sense to me. But anyway, so that means that this office is now open as well, because he removes the grief layer, but he gets one bright idea. And 2 coffee. 1, 2. Okay. But the permanent effect is not that. It's going to be this. I guess they don't expect you to get more than 4 clients, huh? But anyway. Okay. So now he has two red tiles, brown tiles, and 2 purple tiles. Yes. So. Okay. I think we do another round and now I'll be done for the night for unconscious mind here. All right, so it's my turn. Oh, let me give him his client here. So for his second one, he for id, one will always be routine, the other one will always be case study. And then the way we pick is we're going to use this. Oh, I think we use that, or does it say it's always on the right hand side for id? Well, you know what? I think I should just stop here after I've selected the client, because it's probably going to take half an hour to just go through another round, another turn for both of us. So let me see here. After using the heart-shaped boxes with its therapy point, the id draws 1 new client for each of its vacant office rooms. The id places routine clients. Okay. It uses the compass arrow to determine which clients to draft. Okay. So right now it's preferring the right-hand side, so we're going to grab this guy, and then now we're going to flip that. So next time we will choose the left-hand side for whatever options that requires you to choose left or right, or the positioning. So this guy has 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets 1 victory point. He's already at 1 victory point earlier at the beginning of the game, so now he's at 2. And then we have to select the I forgot to replace the manifest. Okay. So now he gets to select. I think the way manifest dream is selected also the same, or let me see. Selects a manifest dream. It takes the card with the most therapy points. So it's always with the most therapy points, and then it says breaking ties with a compass arrow. So most therapy points would be these 3. Okay, so he's going to choose the leftmost. So it's going to be this one. Oh, this is after we have to select the latent, and then manifest at the bottom. So it's going to pick this one. But why does this even matter for him, though? Because he doesn't use these. He doesn't. I guess to just take it away from the player, I think, is, I guess, the justification for that. Okay. And now it's going to flip back, because we chose the one on the left. I'm just trying to find. Okay, compass arrow. Right mouse to left mouse. Okay, that's all the confirmation I needed. But yeah, because he doesn't use these at all. So it's just a matter of taking them away from the player, I suppose. Okay. All right, that's it. So we're going to end it here. So let me just look at where we're at. Yeah, like I said, the id seems to be moving slow, but he's already halfway into curing this client. I mean, it's not like I've only cured one, so he's on his way to cure this one. He was able to get a bonus here. So we'll see. Maybe the easy difficulty is a pushover though, but I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's building up now. And now since I'm so new to the game, I'm not even sure strategy-wise where I'm going with everything, you know. But I'm getting more understanding about how everything works. It was a challenge to go through the rule book, but I'm getting there. So hopefully next time I come back to play this game, hopefully it's gonna be tomorrow. Probably tomorrow during treatment, because that's gonna help actually move time faster. When I play a board game, it always goes faster actually versus playing a video game or doing anything else during treatment management. So. Alright, I look forward to more of this game. I do like the game a lot. It's just kind of complex. And the manual for this one is quite challenging. So, alright, yeah, hope to play again tomorrow.